In this video, I will show you how predictable you are. Of course, I will do that by using mathematics. In this table, there are 16 numbers. Numbers from 1 to 16. Pick one number from this list, whichever number you want. The important thing is that you remember which number you have picked. It would be helpful if you would circle your number of choice, because I need you to remember this number for the rest of the video. I want you now to pick a second number, but I want you to pick it under one condition. That second number which you pick has to be in a different row and in a different column from the first number that you have picked. For example, if you have picked number 10 as your first number, the next number which you pick must not be in the same row and it must not be in the same column. So you can pick from any of the remaining numbers that are not in the same row and not in the same column as the first number which you have picked. Of course, I need you to remember this number. So remember the first number which you have picked and remember the second number which you have picked. Let's now repeat this process. Pick a third number which sits in a different row and a different column from both of the numbers which you have picked previously. You don't want this number to be in the same row or the same column as any of the numbers which you have picked already. Now you have picked 3 different numbers and you have memorized them. Now that we have gotten all of that out of the way, I want you to pick a fourth number that is also in a different row and a different column from all the numbers which you have picked previously. If you have done all of that I have asked you to do and you have done it correctly, you have now picked 4 numbers and all of these numbers are in a different row and in a different column from each other. For example, now your numbers could ended up looking something like this. Now that you have your 4 numbers, I want you to add all of them up. So there is no possibility that I know the first number that you have picked, or the second, or the third, or the fourth. At this point, I will make a prediction. The sum of all the numbers which you have picked is 34. Am I correct? Let me explain now how I have predicted this. The 4 numbers in the diagonal of the matrix have a sum of 34. The trace of the matrix is 34. I'm talking about the numbers 1, 6, 11, and 16. The sum of 4 numbers, no 2 in the same column or row, will always be 34. Why is that? If you pick another number in the first row, it will be 1, 2, or 3 spots from the diagonal. This will add plus 1, plus 2, or plus 3 to the sum of the numbers. But now you have to move some numbers to be in the first column so that no 2 numbers are in the same column. You'll have to move that number 1, 2, or 3 spots to the left of the diagonal, which is a net of -1, -2, or -3 to the sum of the numbers. In other words, when you transpose the columns of 2 numbers in different rows, you add and subtract the same distance to the diagonal. The total sum remains the same as the sum of the diagonal. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you have liked this video, I would recommend that you watch this video next.